Welcome, Namaste from James and Great Yoga Plus Therapies in this short class featuring the Maha Namaskar practice. Let's begin with a few warm-ups. So start with the feet a little bit apart, knees off lock, shoulders relaxed. Bring the hands to the heart center and take 3 long, slow, deep breaths. Just let the tension drop out of the body, softening the knees, relaxing the shoulders. Feel the lift through the crown and be mindful of keeping a slight tail out awareness. Good. Release the arms to the sides and let's just go through the Harmony Yoga sequence. Take a breath in, bring the arms up overhead, draw down the midline and rest at the heart. Bring the arms up, out to the sides, shoulders down, elbows down, fingers stretched. Stretch wide out if comfortable. Release the arms slightly, make hooks, rotate back, open the chest, and then release and stretch between the shoulder blades. Once again, open, draw to neutral, bring the tips to the tops of the shoulders, stretch to the sky, look up if comfortable. Release out and down to the start. Let's repeat that again. Flow the breath. Lift up and out into stretch. Make your light hooks. Open the heart. Stretch between the shoulder blades. Soft knees. Open the heart. Back to the neutral. Flip the fingers up and stretch to the sky. Release with that wrist stretch out, down to the start. One more time. Open it up. Lift out and stretch if comfortable. Make the hooks as you open the heart. Release between those shoulder blades. Open the heart. Fingertips to the shoulders. Stretch up. And release back to the start. Soften the shoulders again. Bring the hands to the center and again just take a couple of breaths. I just turn side on for this next one so you can see. So just going to sink into chair posture. Tail slightly back, natural arch to the lower back. Knees behind the feet. Just gradually sink and release the arms out to the sides. Keep the good posture and lower. If you can, see if you can just gradually bring those arms up a little bit further each time. Try to do it in such a way as if you feel the shoulder blades rolling around the rib cage and lifting and lengthening up. What we're trying to avoid with this practice is not to end up doing a hunch. So you want to have that long, lengthening extension. Just do a few more times. Inhaling up, exhaling down. One more time. And release. Inhale up to the extended. Exhale, bring the hands down to the pelvis and take a halfway forward bend. Lengthen. Bring the knees well bent and rest the chest on the thigh. Bring hands to ankles on the floor and release yourself into forward bend posture. Kick the chest and the thighs and just get that stretch through the back of the hamstrings or calves. Soften for a moment. Then drop back down. Lift the heads up. Feel length as you push yourself up through the chair and bring yourself back up. Release it back to the start. Let's open up the hips. From chair, lower down and take a step back with the right foot onto the ball foot, heel is lifted. Pelvis is to the front, tail slightly out and lift gently forward. And just feel that stretch opening through the front of the hip. Keep shoulders nice and easy. Knee over ankle. Good. Come out of it, lean forward, step back into chair, lift up, breath up, release, chair posture, second side. Onto the ball foot, heel is up, pelvis is forward, tail slightly out with natural lower back, shoulders relaxed, looking forward and focusing on a point. Easy breathing. Good. And release, step back through and come back up. Take a nice deep breath and lower back to the start. Okay, hands at the heart center for a moment. Just centering. And we're now going to go into the Maha Namaskar practice. It's a flowing sequence and we're going to build upon it each time. So we'll start slightly easier variations and then go into the stronger variation. One thing just to be watch out for this one, when we do this practice, we're going to do a variation where we come into the triangle posture. So we're going to come from the lunge, drop the foot, lengthen out, plant the hand, and then we're going to open out into that triangle position. So it's a variation of coming into it from lower rather than dropping over to the side. So just be mindful as we go through this practice. So let's begin at your mat top. Easy mountain to begin with. Hands by the sides. Align the pelvises with the ankles. Shoulders with the pelvises, lengthen through the crown. Inhale and reach up. Draw hands through the center. Take a moment to center. Release the arms and float up. Open into a gentle back bend. Then take a forward fold. Bend the knees as you need. Drop the knees, lift the heads. Take a right foot back step, high lunge posture. Now, ground the back heel, foot slightly out, and bring yourself slowly up to warrior number one. Sweep those pelvises forward, and just let the arms gently float up, maybe a little apart to feel the energy and heart opening. Float the arms back down, return to high lunge, lift the back heel and step into your plank. Drop the knees, fold back through the child's stretch, and then come forward to rest on the tummy. Lengthen the legs, and gently peel up into baby cobra. Lower back down, push up, tabletop and stretch again back into the child posture. Come forward with the left foot forward, lift to high lunge. Now, this is the triangle variation, so we're going to bring the heel in line with the front heel, Straighten the leg, plant the hand and rotate the torso open to that right side. Lift out into triangle. Now let the front knee bend and draw the torso up into the warrior number 2. Look out through that left arm. Now we're going to turn to the short hand, so the arms sweep out, and you take a small step to the right foot so that the body can face to the short hand. Straighten the knee and bring the hands back behind. Do a gentle opening and then take a half or full forward fold. Chest towards thigh. Good. Bring yourself back up. Open to the back bend. Release and come into high lunge. Bring the hands around. Couple of levels here. Align the torso. You can take opposite hand to thigh, hand to sacral bone and rotate to the left, or from a deeper position bring the elbow to the outside, palm to palm into the twisted lunge. Unrotate into the lunge, step to forward bend, soften to bring yourself up. Take that breath, slight back bend, and draw back through the center line and back to the start. So we're going to repeat that with the left side. So I'll do it from this end just so we can see what is happening. So open up, hands to heart. Little back bend and forward fold. Bring the knees bent, lift, left foot back, high lunge. Ground the heel. Bring yourself up with control. Pulses forward, slight tail out. Open up into that warrior 1 variation. Expand the energy. Float the arms down. Step it back. Good. This time, if you can, lower slowly to the ground all the way. Lengthen the legs and lift up to cobra. Release it back. Push up to tabletop, tuck your toes and fold it back to downward facing dog. Step forward, right, high lunge position. Ground the heel, straighten the leg and rotate to the left into triangle posture. Let the front knee bend and draw yourself up into the warrior number 2. Look out through the right. Straighten the front knee as the body turns a little step to left, so we're facing the short edge. Bring the hands behind and do a little back bend open, and then a half or full forward fold, chest towards thigh. Release back up to the back bend. Release the arms, come into the high lunge. Hand to thigh, hand to sacrum, rotate, or bring it into that palm press, elbow to the outside of knee, into the deeper lunge twist. Unrotate, step in, forward bend. Bring yourself slowly up, back to heart center. Release. Let's do a little cat standing action. It's a modification of Agnisara. Bend the knees, hands on thighs. Breath is in, and as you breathe out, round the back. Tuck the tail, round into the spine. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale and exhale. And release twice more. And coming back up. So let's go through the Maha Namaskar now with the full variation of upward and downward facing dog. Come to the top of your mat, short edge, feet maybe slightly together. Hands by the sides, aligned and lifting tall. Focus and center yourself. Inhale, raise the arms up and down to the heart center. Raise it up to the breath and take a forward fold. Lower down, lift the head, step it back right. Ground the heel with good control. Lift to the warrior number one. Lower back down. Step back to plank. Lower halfway. And flow from the Chaturanga Dandasana into the upward facing dog. Flow back to downward facing dog. Round the armpits slightly, release through the crown. Lengthen. Take a step, left foot forward. Ground the back heel, align to the front heel, and roll to the right into triangle posture. Float back up through the warrior number two, out through the right, the left. As you turn the body, sweep the foot a little to the right, hands interlocked. Open to back bend and do a half or full forward fold. Float back up to back bend. Release, lift the back heel and come into your variation of the lunge twist. Unrotate, step forward and coming back up. Let's do the second side. Open up to the breath. Forward fold, exhale. Left foot steps, high lunge, grounded, and lift. Let's float up through the warrior one. And release. Plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, short pause, steady the breath, right foot forward, ground the back heel in line with the front, Rotate to the left. Triangle. Bend the knee. Warrior 2. Turn the torso, take the side step. Interlock. Straighten the knee, open. Half forward or full forward fold. Easy back bend. Release, lift the heel and take the lunge twist. Unrotate. Step in. Exhale, forward fold. And bring yourself back up. And release. Pause for a moment. Take 3 breaths. We're just going to do a simple balance. Feet together. Stabilize, soften the knees. Bring the right leg up. Take it to the side. Stand steady. Or take hold of the big toe or foot and stretch out. Release back. Draw through the center line and back down. Light listen. Ground again. Opposite leg lifts. Left is up. Take it to the side. Stay here. Or hold the big toe or foot and stretch it out. Steady on a point. Oops. Good. Release back through midline and coming back down. Nice listen. And we're going to come back down to the mat position. So come to your mat front. Lift up. Forward fold. Step it back through your plank. And lower down to the tummy. Pause for a moment in crocodile. Just a little posture for upper back. Hands by the sides. Legs long and flat. Inhale and peel head, chest up. Arms gently reach. Pause for 10. Release and turn the head. Repeat second time. Inhale up. This time, if you want, take the arms to the sides like aeroplane position. And release, head to the second side. One more time. Lift, repeat 1 or 2, or bring the hands forward like a salute. This time come back through the crocodile, pause. Push up. Do just a couple of cats. And let's come out to seated position. twisted posture, legs a little bent. If you can, bring left under, right is up. If you can't tuck, keep it straight. Ease your pelvis back and get that lower back spine lengthened, so it's a tailbone out. Hand support, opposite hand holds the knee. Draw hand into knee and knee into hand to feel the outer glute work, and then take a gentle twist. Feel those spinal muscles engaging as you do the twist. Slowly release. Second side. The legs bent, tucked through, crossed over if you can. Ease the pelvis back. Lengthen the spine so tail is out. Holding the knee pull, hand into knee, knee into hand, and take your twist. Good. And release. Last seated position. Boat posture. Sitting evenly. Natural lower back curve. Lean back, keeping spinal length and engage the core tummy. Think thin and long. Reach the hands. Lift the legs if you can, or straighten the legs if you can. Focus on that navel core. And slowly release. Check that you've got space to roll back. And lower yourself down onto the back. Take a moment. And a brief pranayama practice. Inhale to the count of 4. Exhale to the count of 4. Repeat this, or inhale to the count of 4. Pause the breath in for 4. Exhale for count of 4. Pause the breath out for a count of 4. And repeat. So you can either do 4 in, 4 out, or if it's appropriate for you to do a breath pause, then you could add the 4-point pause on all 4 corners of our breathing. So we call this the square breath. So just repeat a few times. Very good. If you need, give your knees a light hug. And then rest out for relaxation posture. Hands to the sides, feet apart, head resting. Tuck your mat if you need, just to give a little support, or use a cushion. Make a yawn. Let the eyes close. And just relax. Just letting go. letting go from toes to hips, letting go from fingers to shoulders, release along the spine, soften the head and face, relax the breastbone, and soften the abdomen. Just feel the natural rise and fall of the abdomen with your breath. Surrender to the moment. If you want, relax here for as long as you want. Otherwise, when you're ready, bring the knees slowly bent up. Maybe a light stretch. Roll to one side and slowly come back up. Finish the class with the hands at the heart. Namaste. Thanks from James and Radhika at Yoga.